英語で国内ニュースです。2月18日水曜日の主な話題を英語でお伝えします。
Sanae Takaichi was re-elected as Japan's Prime Minister on February 18th, 2026, following her party's landslide election victory. She aims to form her second cabinet and push for a hard right shift in national policies. Her reappointment by Parliament marks a significant moment for the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. She plans to use this mandate to boost her party's agenda. Before her reappointment, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's cabinet resigned en masse on Wednesday morning, February 18th, 2026. This is a standard procedure in Japan when a prime minister is re-elected. Takaichi, who also leads the Liberal Democratic Party, became Japan's first female prime minister in October of last year. This allows her to form a fresh government. Prime Minister Takaichi plans to move Japan's policies further to the right. She aims to use her party's strong majority in parliament to achieve this. This shift is expected to impact various sectors, including defense and economic strategies. Her vision includes strengthening national security and revising existing frameworks to align with her conservative goals. Addressing economic challenges, Prime Minister Takaichi plans to tackle rising prices and slow wage growth. She has proposed a 2-year sales tax cut on food products. This measure aims to ease living costs for households. Experts are cautious, suggesting that her liberal fiscal policy might increase prices and delay efforts to reduce Japan's large national debt. Japan's fiscal stimulus plans, including tax cuts and increased spending, are causing tensions with the Bank of Japan. The central bank is committed to normalizing its monetary policy after years of low interest rates. Continued rate hikes to control inflation will increase borrowing costs. This makes managing Japan's huge public debt more difficult for the government. Prime Minister Takaichi has pledged to boost Japan's military strength. She plans to revise security and defense policies by December. This includes lifting a ban on lethal weapons exports, moving away from past pacifist principles. Japan is also considering developing a nuclear-powered submarine to increase its offensive capabilities. This move may strain regional relations. Prime Minister Takaichi is preparing for an important summit next month with U.S. President Donald Trump. The U.S. president supported Takaichi before the Japanese election. Hours before her reappointment, the U.S. Commerce Secretary announced Japan would invest capital in 3 U.S. projects. This is part of a large investment package Japan promised in October. Japan's exports saw a significant surge in January, bringing cautious optimism for economic recovery. Business confidence also improved in February. This data suggests strong demand, especially from other Asian countries, is helping growth. However, the International Monetary Fund warns that risks remain, including trade tensions, weak domestic demand, and financial vulnerabilities. The Liberal Democratic Party, led by Prime Minister Takaichi, has formed a new coalition government. They partnered with the Japan Innovation Party. This new alliance comes after Komeito, a previous partner, decided to leave the ruling camp. This new coalition aims to secure a strong majority in parliament and push forward the government's agenda. The Japan Tourism Agency is calling for stronger measures to combat over-tourism. This issue has become a growing concern in popular tourist destinations across Japan. The agency aims to manage the influx of visitors more effectively. They want to ensure a sustainable tourism environment and improve the experience for both tourists and local residents.
次は社会のニュースです。
Japan is showing more acceptance for same-sex partners. It has been 10 years since Tokyo introduced its partnership system, giving public recognition to LGBTQ+ couples. This system has spread across the country. However, these local rules do not give the same rights as legal marriage. Lawsuits are still happening nationwide to gain full marriage recognition. Japanese customs officials seized over 3 tons of illegal drugs in 2025. This is a 15% increase from the year before. The confiscated drugs included a large amount of cannabis and stimulant drugs. This is the first time in 6 years that the total amount of seized drugs has gone above 3 tons, showing a concerning trend. A new survey reveals that young people in Japan, between ages 10 and 29, have the highest rate of social media addiction. 6% of this group shows serious signs of addiction, affecting about 1.4 million individuals. This growing dependency leads to problems like family arguments and missed school days for some young users. Foreign residents are helping to revitalize Japan's old resort towns, which were popular during the bubble era. These newcomers are bringing new energy and life into these areas. This trend highlights how different communities are adapting to changes in Japan's society and economy, breathing new life into forgotten places. A community campaign is underway to collect donations in memory of a young boy who deeply loved woodcraft. This heartwarming effort showcases local support and remembrance. It brings people together to honor his passion and create something lasting in his name, reflecting strong community ties. Team Mirai suggests that artificial intelligence could potentially replace foreign workers in Japan. This development raises important questions about future employment and immigration policies. The increasing use of AI technology might change the job market, affecting many foreign laborers and the economy. A new Japanese DIY music application is designed to help otaku bedroom composers express their musical creativity. This platform allows aspiring musicians to develop and share their unique sounds. It reflects a growing trend in digital music creation and supports niche cultural communities in Japan. A new online guide helps hikers in Japan find trails away from crowded spots, often highlighted by social media. This comprehensive site lets people discover more authentic outdoor experiences. It caters to a desire to avoid over-commercialized areas and enjoy nature more peacefully. The ruling party in Japan, the LDP, recently won an election, giving them more power in parliament. A major challenge for the new government is managing the consumption tax. This tax helps fund social security programs. The government must carefully balance public opinion and economic needs regarding this important issue.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Japanese film Kokuho has achieved a major milestone, earning over 20 billion yen at the box office. Released last June, it continues to break records for Japanese live-action movies. The film now ranks among Japan's top 10 all-time box office hits, surpassing Howl's Moving Castle. This success highlights its immense popularity and impact.
Filipino music groups SB19, BGYO, and Cup of Joe are confirmed to perform at the Dunk Showcase in Yokohama, Japan. The event runs from March 13th to 15th. This showcase will bring original Filipino music to a wider Japanese audience. Cup of Joe performs on March 13th, BGYO on March 14th, and SB19 on March 15th.
Japanese singer-songwriter Joji launched his new album, Piss in the Wind, on February 6, 2026. This 21-track album marks a new chapter in his career. It blends his signature emotional lyrics with a refined and atmospheric sound. The album features collaborations, showcasing his artistic evolution and unique style.
The popular Japanese band Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra is scheduled to perform in Kumamoto on February 18, 2026. The concert will be held at the Civic Center Sears Home Yume Hall, starting at 6:30 p.m. Fans of J-pop and ska music are looking forward to this exciting live event. This is a significant stop on their tour.
Japanese artist Chan Mina is holding a concert in Hiroshima today, February 18, 2026. Details about the venue and exact time are available for her fans. Chan Mina is celebrated for her distinctive blend of pop, hip-hop, and R&B music. This concert provides a great chance for her fans in the Hiroshima area to experience her live performance. One Championship has introduced One Samurai, a new series of monthly martial arts events in Japan. The first event is set for April 29th at Ariake Arena in Tokyo. These events will feature top Japanese martial artists and international stars in MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and grappling, marking a major expansion in Japan. New photos of Japanese idol Kento Nakajima will be available for purchase starting Wednesday, February 18th. These photos are expected to be highly sought after by his fans. This release is part of the ongoing merchandise offerings from Starto Entertainment, providing fans with fresh collectibles of their favorite artist.
Kento Nakajima's second album, Idol Once, is set to be released on Wednesday, February 18, 2026. This highly anticipated album will showcase new music from the popular idol. Fans are eagerly awaiting this release, which promises to be a significant event in the Japanese music scene. It marks an important musical milestone for Nakajima.
Ticket information for Idol Once Kento Nakajima Live Tour 2026, covering Kyoto, Osaka, Aichi, Fukuoka, and Ishikawa performances, was announced on February 11, 2026. Fans can now plan to attend these concerts. This tour is expected to draw large crowds, celebrating Nakajima's new album and connecting with his audience across Japan.
The Countdown Concert 2025-2026 Starto to Move will be streamed exclusively worldwide on Netflix on January 7, 2026 at 10 p.m. This concert features many artists from Starto Entertainment. It offers a global audience a chance to enjoy a major Japanese music event. The live stream was on December 31st.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Japan's exports surged by 16.8% in January, marking the fastest growth in over 3 years. This increase was driven by strong demand for AI-related semiconductors and higher shipments to China. This positive trend offers some relief for policymakers. However, seasonal factors, such as the Lunar New Year, may have also contributed to these robust figures. Japanese manufacturers' confidence improved in February for the first time in 3 months. This positive shift is supported by an increase in machinery orders and a weaker yen. While this indicates cautious optimism, some experts suggest that underlying trade momentum might still be fragile, partly due to distortions from holiday timing. The International Monetary Fund warned that Japan's economic recovery faces significant risks. These include ongoing global trade tensions, weak domestic demand, and financial vulnerabilities. The IMF also advised against further loosening of fiscal policy, cautioning that proposed consumption tax cuts could weaken Japan's financial stability and increase its public debt burden. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has proposed new fiscal stimulus measures to boost Japan's economy. Her plan includes tax cuts and increased government spending. A key proposal is suspending the 8% consumption tax on food for 2 years. This aims to ease financial pressure on households facing rising living costs and inject momentum into the economy. Japan plans to invest approximately $36 billion in various projects across the United States. These investments will focus on critical minerals, oil and gas infrastructure, and power generation. Trade Minister Ryosei Akazawa stated that these projects will strengthen economic security for both nations. This is the initial phase of a larger strategic investment agreement. Demand for artificial intelligence is significantly boosting Japan's semiconductor exports. Shipments of semiconductors and electronic components rose by almost 40%, with a notable 51.7% increase in exports to China. This AI-driven demand is a major factor in Japan's recent export surge, helping to offset slower car shipments to the United States. U.S. tariffs continue to impact Japan's car exports, with vehicle exports to the United States falling by nearly 10% in January. Despite a trade deal last year that aimed to ease some tariffs, the effects persist. Japan and the U.S. are working to implement Tokyo's pledge to increase investment in America, a key provision to reduce tariffs. The timing of the Lunar New Year holiday played a role in Japan's January export surge. The holiday occurring later in February 2026 contributed to the significant jump in export figures. While positive, analysts caution that this seasonal distortion might have amplified the reported rise, suggesting the underlying trade momentum may be less robust. Economists believe private consumption and wage growth are crucial for Japan's economic recovery. However, inflation and higher import costs continue to reduce consumer purchasing power. The IMF warned that Japan's high public debt and worsening fiscal balance make it vulnerable to future shocks, advising against further consumption tax cuts. Japan's investments in U.S. critical mineral projects aim to diversify its supply sources. For example, a project in Georgia will help Japan reduce its reliance on a single country for synthetic diamonds. This strategic move strengthens Japan's economic security by securing essential resources from a broader range of international partners.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Veteran pitcher Yusei Kikuchi, 35, from the Los Angeles Angels, will make his debut for Japan in the World Baseball Classic. He is scheduled to pitch in the important game against Korea on March 7th. This will be his first time representing Japan in a major international tournament. Kikuchi has over 1,000 strikeouts in Major League Baseball.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the star pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, will have a special plan for the World Baseball Classic. He will pitch in the game against Taiwan. However, he will then rest and not play in the highly anticipated match against Korea. This decision aims to manage his workload for the tournament.
Japanese outfielder Seiya Suzuki, playing for the Chicago Cubs, shared a fun thought about the World Baseball Classic. He mentioned he hopes to see his Cubs teammate, Pete Crow Armstrong, throw his helmet during the exciting tournament. Suzuki has been with the Cubs since 2022, after moving from Japan.
Japanese slugger Kazuma Okamoto officially joined the Toronto Blue Jays on January 4, 2026. This move brought him to Major League Baseball after a successful career in Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball League. Okamoto signed a 4-year, $60 million deal with the team, fresh from their 2025 World Series campaign.
The World Baseball Classic will feature many talented players from Japan's professional league, NPB. Japan is not the only team with these stars. Other nations like Taiwan and Cuba have also added NPB players to their rosters. This shows the growing international reach of Japanese baseball talent.
The 2025-2026 MLB offseason saw several top Japanese players move to Major League Baseball. Pitcher Tatsuya Imai and infielders Munetaka Murakami and Kazuma Okamoto were among the most sought-after free agents. These players were posted by their NPB clubs, making them available to MLB teams for the upcoming season.
Kazuma Okamoto is expected to play a key role for the Toronto Blue Jays. He is seen as a versatile player with strong defensive skills and powerful batting. The team plans to use him in various infield positions, including third base and shortstop, bringing added flexibility to their lineup for the 2026 season.
Japan's national baseball team coach, Hirokazu Ibata, confirmed the rotation for the first round of the World Baseball Classic. The announcement was made on February 18, 2026, after delivering the plans to the players. This sets the stage for Japan's strategy in the early stages of the tournament at Tokyo Dome.
Taiwan's national team for the World Baseball Classic includes 5 players from Japan's NPB League. Among them are pitchers Gu Lin Rei Yang and Soon-Yi Lei from the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. These players will bring valuable experience from the Japanese League to Taiwan's roster in Pool C. Cuba's World Baseball Classic roster also features several NPB stars. Hawks pitcher Livan Moineo and Yomiuri Giants closer Rydell Martinez are key additions. Moineo had an excellent 2025 season, earning Pacific League MVP honors. Martinez tied for the saves lead in the Central League with 46 saves.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
Japan's exports saw a significant rise in January, marking the fastest growth in over 3 years. This surge was largely due to strong global demand for artificial intelligence-related chips. Shipments to China, in particular, showed a remarkable increase. This positive trend offers hope for Japan's economic recovery, despite some global trade challenges.
Sanae Takaichi has been formally reappointed as Japan's Prime Minister. Her reappointment by the lower house of parliament follows a landslide election victory. Ms. Takaichi, Japan's first female premier, secured a strong mandate for her party. She now begins her second term leading the nation, focusing on key domestic and international policies.
Prime Minister Takaichi has proposed new economic plans for Japan. These include tax cuts and increased government spending to boost the economy. A key part of her plan is to suspend the 8% consumption tax on food for 2 years. This measure aims to help households deal with rising living costs and stimulate domestic demand.
Japan plans to strengthen its national defenses under Prime Minister Takaichi. She has pledged to protect Japan's territory and waters more effectively. This move could lead to increased tensions with Beijing. Takaichi also intends to update Japan's free and open Indo-Pacific strategic framework, focusing on regional security and trade.
There are growing tensions between Japan's government and its central bank. Prime Minister Takaichi's new fiscal stimulus plans are at odds with the Bank of Japan's goal. The Bank of Japan is working to normalize its monetary policy after years of low interest rates. This difference in approach could complicate Japan's economic stability efforts.
The International Monetary Fund has issued a warning about Japan's economy. The IMF highlighted ongoing risks due to global trade tensions and weak domestic demand. They also pointed to financial vulnerabilities within the country. The IMF advised against further loosening of fiscal policy, stressing the need for continued monetary tightening to ensure stability.
Japan is set to make a significant investment in the United States. The country plans to inject $36 billion into U.S. oil, gas, and critical mineral projects. This investment is the first part of a larger $550 billion commitment. It highlights strengthening economic ties and cooperation between the two nations on energy and resources.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is scheduled to visit Washington, D.C. in March. During her visit, she will meet with President Donald Trump. This high-level meeting aims to discuss various aspects of the Japan-U.S. alliance. It is expected to cover trade, security, and other key bilateral issues, reinforcing their strategic partnership.
Manufacturers in Japan are showing improved confidence for the first time in 3 months. This positive shift is supported by an increase in machinery orders and a weaker Japanese yen. While analysts note some seasonal factors, the overall sentiment suggests a cautious optimism within the manufacturing sector, pointing to potential continued recovery.
The World Trade Organization expressed optimism regarding global commerce. Its Director General noted that the rapid growth of artificial intelligence could boost worldwide merchandise trade this year. This positive outlook suggests AI may help overcome challenges like U.S. import tariffs, supporting international trade and economic growth.
次は IT 技術関連のニュースをお伝えします。
Internet Initiative Japan, or IIJ, has launched a new solution for single eSIM profiles. This makes local 5G use more affordable and easier for small-scale users. Factories, universities, and local governments can now use local 5G with less cost and effort. This helps expand 5G technology in Japan. Quest is helping Japan's digital transformation. They combine IT and operational technology with AI solutions and cloud updates. Their special Omotenashi service mixes technical skill with human care. Quest supports many industries, showing how Japan can blend hospitality with high technology for 60 years. Meta platforms will use millions of NVIDIA processors in the coming years. This strengthens their partnership in artificial intelligence. Meta is investing heavily in new data centers and will be the first large operator to use NVIDIA's central processing units in standalone servers, as reported by the Japan Times. Ericsson is opening a new research and development center in Yokohama, Japan. It will begin operations in April 2026. This center will focus on advanced radio hardware and software for 5G networks and future mobile technologies. It plans to create up to 300 new research and development jobs. Fujitsu has been named one of Fortune magazine's world's most admired companies for the 8th year. They were highly praised in the IT services group. Their strengths include innovation, social responsibility, and the quality of their products and services. This shows Fujitsu's global standing. Sushi Tech Tokyo 2026 will host over 700 startups in April. This event, organized by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, focuses on artificial intelligence and robotics. It aims to showcase new technologies and help startups grow globally. It is Asia's largest innovation conference. Creative Tech Shibuya 2026 is a 5-day program in February for overseas creative tech startups. Hosted by Shibuya Startup Support, it helps foreign companies enter the Japanese market. The program offers networking, pitch sessions, and mentoring to foster collaboration and secure investments. Japan's technology sector is rapidly advancing digital transformation. Companies are adopting advanced IT and operational technology integration, along with AI-driven solutions. This push aims to modernize industries and infrastructure, combining technical excellence with unique service philosophies for sustainable growth across various sectors in Japan. The Japanese tech startup scene is experiencing notable growth. Events like Sushi Tech Tokyo and Creative Tech Shibuya are boosting innovation and attracting international talent. These initiatives support new businesses in areas like AI, robotics, and creative technologies, helping them expand both within Japan and globally. Japan is investing heavily in the future of mobile communication. New research and development centers are being established to create advanced radio hardware and software for 5G and next-generation mobile technologies. This effort aims to strengthen Japan's telecommunications expertise and support global standards in mobile innovation.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。